I ain't gonna meet you there. I'm gonna beat you there. Straight up. Big snow.
Thick cross for me, man, so can get this work, man. You know what I'm saying? But I understand if you don't want to answer to that challenge, because last time you got challenged, Kanye, where dusted your ass.
You didn't just see a regular statement drop. This one set the whole internet on fire. And this time, it hit way closer than anyone expected because it's about his own son. T.I.'s words about King Harris got people picking sides instantly, throwing questions everywhere. And honestly, some of those questions look like they're hitting the Harris family where it hurts. So what did T.I. actually say?
Bring your records, bring your hit records with you. You and Dr. Dre and Eminem and all y'all, goddamn the G-Unit, all y'all bring y'all.
And what's really been going on behind closed doors with all this family tension? T.I., born Clifford Joseph Harris Jr., calls himself the King of the South. And that title didn't come easy. He came up straight out of Bankhead in Atlanta, turned street hustle into serious power, and built an empire through music, movies, and reality TV that people still talk about. But behind all that success, there's a family that's constantly under the spotlight and not always for the right reasons. Out of his 7 kids, one name keeps popping up again and again: King Harris, also known as Clifford Joseph Harris II. And the drama around him just won't cool down, no matter how much time passes. King Harris, the son of T.Y. and Tiny,
been called out, man. Don't acknowledge this with no key laughing.
Was born on August 25th, 2004, which makes him 20 years old right now. And unlike most people, he didn't grow up low-key. He grew up on full display. The VH1 show T.I. and Tiny the Family Hustle put their entire life out there, letting the world watch everything unfold in real time. While most of his siblings stayed more quiet and out the way, King moved different, and people caught on fast. The whispers didn't just start randomly either. They've been building up for years, getting louder every time something new popped off. Back in 2019, King posted a picture wearing a pink wig and a dress with the caption, "I'm a girl." He deleted it, but not before it spread everywhere online. Then in 2020, he posted a video dancing with another boy, calling him "my boyfriend." Same pattern, posted, went viral, then disappeared.
Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off.
And in 2021, it happened again, keeping people talking nonstop. Then it happened again. This time he showed up in a crop top and skirt captioned, "I'm a princess." Gone just as fast, but not before it went viral everywhere. Then 2022 rolled in, and King posted with a rainbow flag saying, "Happy Pride Month." Same exact pattern. Post goes up, internet explodes, then it's deleted like it never happened. Every single time, it followed the same cycle. Post, explosion, delete, silence. But the internet? It never stayed quiet for long. People started asking straight up, what's really going on with T.I.'s son? And from that point on, every deleted post, every caption, every little move got picked apart like evidence in the court of public opinion. King didn't fit the image people expected from a rapper's son out of Atlanta, and that made everything way louder than it needed to be.
I didn't know we were reaching back through generations.
The more he stepped outside those expectations, the more attention and pressure kept building around him. Meanwhile, T.I. built his entire brand on a tough, hyper-masculine image, so now all eyes shifted straight onto his parenting. During a 2019 interview on The Breakfast Club, T.I. addressed the situation, saying, "I love my son no matter what. He's still my son, and I'm still his father. I don't agree with everything he does, but I respect his right to do it. He's finding himself, and I'm here to guide him." It sounded clean, maybe a little too clean. It didn't confirm anything, didn't deny anything, and people analyzed every word like it meant something deeper. Then came what many people called the real turning point, and that's when the internet almost lost control completely. But to really understand that moment, you have to look at what was already starting to crack inside the Harris household, because this wasn't just about rumors anymore. It was about tension building right in front of everyone. November 2023, that's when everything blew wide open, and it got real messy, real fast. This wasn't some private family issue anymore. It all went down at a Falcons versus Saints game in Atlanta right in public, and King himself jumped on Instagram Live, letting the whole world watch a heated argument with his parents unfold in real time. The whole situation centered around his upbringing. Was it really a silver spoon life or not?
T.I. decided to respond and play into it and say, "I'm going to use it to promote my music." He said, at 50 Cent, I don't fear my past. I'm too focused on the future. Top 20 in 2 weeks in climbing. Now, hashtag let them know that. King, I'm love, not light. Hashtag my God don't.
T, I didn't hold back at all. He looked straight at King on camera and said, "Have you ever woke up with a roach on your face? All right, then you don't know what you're talking about." That line hit heavy. The message was loud and clear. T.I. came from real struggle, and in his eyes, King didn't. T.I. made it seem like his son was trying to represent a life he never actually lived, but King wasn't backing down either. He stood 10 toes down and fired back with just as much energy, accusing his father of twisting the narrative. He said, "Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that a day in my life," making it clear he wasn't accepting that label at all. King went on to say he spent most of his childhood at his grandmother's house, not surrounded by luxury like people think. He even claimed he was getting into fights growing up, painting a completely different picture from what the public believed. Then Tiny stepped in, and the mood shifted instantly. No jokes, no smiles, just serious energy. She backed T.I., saying King did grow up with privilege, but then dropped something nobody saw coming. She said King used to go to his grandmother's house to use a pacifier until he was 12 years old. That moment hit different. It was raw, uncomfortable, and honestly kind of shocking to watch unfold live. Things escalated even more after that. At one point, someone off camera shoved King and he yelled, "What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business."
Not laughing no more. Don't ignore this. We know you see this shit.
"Why would you let someone play with me like that?" King said, clearly heated, while T.I.'s response came back cold and direct. "You are embarrassing yourself and your family." That exchange right there, it hit different. You could feel the tension through the screen. Like this wasn't just an argument. This was something way deeper boiling over. After everything went down, King didn't stay quiet. He jumped on Instagram stories and wrote, "I stand on business. Don't give a K. Can't play with me. Not going for that. I'm a grown man." Strong words, no doubt, but one line stood out more than all the rest. He said, "If I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world think you woo me when you don't." That didn't sound like anger. That sounded personal. Like there was something underneath all this that hadn't been said out loud before. Later on, T.I. tried to smooth things over, posting a video with King and writing, "Forget what this internet talk about. Family tied like a knot. We all we got for life." It looked like damage control, and honestly, it probably was. But by then, it was already too late. Millions of people had watched everything unfold live. No edits, no filters, just raw family conflict playing out in real time. And this wasn't even King's first time going viral for the wrong reasons. Back in May 2022, he got into a heated situation at a Waffle House over his order. Things got loud, disrespectful, and he even made threats during the argument, all while it was being recorded. People were already raising eyebrows, but that moment pushed things even further into the spotlight. Then later that same year, in November 2022, things got more serious. King was arrested during a traffic stop for not wearing a seatbelt and not cooperating with police. He ended up facing multiple charges, including obstruction and possession of marijuana. And instead of staying low, he posted his own mugshot, claiming he was being targeted because of who he is. Then in October 2024, more footage surfaced. And once again, it wasn't good. This time it showed another arrest in Georgia, with police saying he nearly hit a cruiser while leaving a gas station. At this point, it wasn't just random moments anymore. It was starting to look like a pattern people couldn't ignore. Police reported smelling marijuana, spotting a firearm, and then discovering he had an active warrant tied to earlier charges. At that point, it just kept stacking up, one situation after another, all adding more pressure to an already intense spotlight. Through all of this, the speculation about King's identity never slowed down. If anything, it got louder every single time he spoke. King never put a clear label on himself, and honestly, that just made people talk even more. Back in 2021, he told Complex, "I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm not bi, I'm not trans, I'm not anything. I'm just King."
Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477.
Then, in 2022, he told Rolling Stone, "I don't have a sexuality or a gender. I have a personality, and my personality is dope." Those statements didn't calm things down. They turned the volume all the way up. Every post, every interview, every move he made got dissected from every angle. Fans, critics, and even voices inside the hip-hop world kept watching closely because in that space, Image can mean everything, and stepping outside those expectations can bring serious pressure. And while King was dealing with all that heat, T.I. had his own situation brewing on the side, with one of the most persistent trolls in rap history. His long-running tension with 50 Cent suddenly popped back up at the worst possible time, adding even more chaos to an already messy situation. The issue goes back to a versus battle that never happened. T.I. claimed they had an agreement, but when the moment came, things didn't go how he expected. Speaking on $1 million worth of game, he said, "We talked about this. We said what we were going to do. When I jumped out there, he act like he ain't know what was going on." That frustration clearly never faded. Then February 2026 hit, boom. 50 Cent posted an unflattering photo of T.Y. and Tiny online, and just like that, things escalated again. The timing couldn't have been worse. What started as separate issues, family tension and industry beef, suddenly collided into one messy spotlight. It looked like a calculated move aimed straight at T.Y.'s personal life, especially involving his wife, and it definitely got a reaction. Now everything was mixing together, and the pressure, it was hitting from every direction at once. But I wasn't the only one clapping back. King Harris jumped straight into the beef, and he came in loud with zero hesitation. No warning, no pause. He hit Instagram ready to defend his mother and started dropping post after post aimed directly at 50 Cent. He brought up past issues, old drama, the aftermath of 50's 2000 shooting, and even past allegations. Nothing was off limits. King wasn't holding anything back, and you could tell this wasn't calculated. It was all emotion pouring out in real time. Then things took a sharp turn into deeply personal territory. King shared an image of a gravesite showing the names of 50 Cent's mother and grandmother, then followed it up by posting the tombstone itself. That alone had people shocked. And under one of 50's posts about Tiny, King wrote, "Where your mama?" And that line hit hard across the internet. But he didn't stop there. Not even close. On Instagram stories, King kept going, verbally attacking 50 and even telling him to go put flowers on his mother's grave. It was raw, it was emotional, and completely unfiltered. This wasn't strategy anymore. This was full explosion mode playing out for everyone to see. At first, it looked like 50 Cent might actually step back. He deleted all his posts related to T.I., and people started thinking maybe things were finally cooling down. But King? He kept going like nothing changed at all. Even with 50 clearing his page, King stayed active, continuing to post and push things further. Then he added even more fuel, sharing what looked like a police report connected to a deceased man identified as Loey Mack. That move raised even more questions and reactions online. Right after that, he posted a photo of 50 Cent's son sitting on his lap as a teenager and wrote, "You think you raising a man, having him sit in your lap as a teenager?" That comment alone sparked major backlash and had people debating all over again. King then labeled 50 an attention seeker and started listing names: Diddy, Rick Ross, Ashanti, Vivica A. Fox, bringing up a pattern of past conflicts. The list kept going, and his message was clear. He was trying to flip the narrative and paint 50 as someone who stays surrounded by drama. At that point, this wasn't just a back and forth anymore. It had turned into a full-blown public war, and everybody was watching it unfold in real time. Meanwhile, T.I. wasn't staying quiet either. Not even close. He took things straight to the booth and dropped a diss track called War, then followed it up with another snippet on Atlanta's Hot 107.9. That move made one thing clear. He still sees himself at the top, no question about it. He even said he's top 3 out of Atlanta, and not number 3. That kind of energy? It spoke loud without needing any extra explanation. At this point, it wasn't just a one-on-one situation anymore. It started to feel like the whole Harris family was stepping in. T.I., King, and even Damani Harris all had something to say. With diss tracks and responses coming from multiple directions, it turned into a full family front with tension flying everywhere. But then things took an interesting turn. When T.I. was asked if he actually liked his sons jumping into the beef, he didn't gas it up at all. He said straight up, "No, I don't enjoy it." No hesitation, no hype, just real honesty. Then he pointed to that moment with the shirt referencing 50's late mother and made it clear. "That crossed the line," he said. "I said, that's enough. When I seen that t-shirt." That wasn't T.I. the rapper talking, that was T.I. the father stepping in and drawing a boundary. Still, his feelings weren't simple. He admitted there was a part of him that felt proud seeing his son stand up for their mother. He said, "The one thing that I'm proud of this is that the women and children in our family see that it's a line of men that's here against who the FK ever." That statement hit strong and showed where his mindset was at in that moment. Then he went even deeper saying, I raised my children to be men of respect, men of respect. That line carried weight, especially with everything people have been saying online about King, his identity, and how they think he should act. And that leads straight into the moment that really shook everything. The so-called announcement from T.Y. that had the internet going crazy. Clips, quotes, and short sound bites of him talking about King started spreading everywhere. But the way they were presented, that's where things got messy fast. Blogs, gossip pages, and viral platforms started pushing headlines that made it seem way bigger and way different than what was actually said. Headlines started going crazy, claiming T.I. made some huge, shocking statement about his son's sexuality.
I'm not gonna tell law-abiding citizens not to call the police so I can, not be of benefit to a downward departure. Not gonna do that. Because you know why? Law-abiding citizens were gonna call the police anyway. That's their right.
You're right.
And guess what? Streets were never gonna not snitch. Or excuse me, they were never gonna not keep it silent because they seen
Titles like T.I. shames King Harris and T.I. bans his own son started pulling in millions of views fast. The outrage machine went into overdrive and people ran with it without even checking the full context. But when you actually look at everything T.I. said across different interviews, the story hits completely different. He consistently said he loves his son. He consistently showed support for his family. And most importantly, he never clearly confirmed or denied anything about King's sexuality. Instead, he kept it measured, saying things like King is finding himself and that he's focused on being present as a father and guiding him the right way. That kind of response left space, and the internet filled in those gaps however it wanted. On King's side, it's been just as unclear. He's never given a direct label about his sexuality or gender identity. What he has done is leave behind moments people keep going back to. Those deleted posts, those bold captions, and those interviews where he says things like, I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm just King. That mystery, it kept people talking nonstop. But there's another side to this story that doesn't get enough attention. While all the rumors and debates were spreading online, King was also building a real life away from the noise. In late 2024, King became a father. He and his partner, Nana Epps, welcomed a son, King Jr. That moment changed everything on a personal level, even if the internet didn't slow down at all. During a live stream, King finally addressed the rumors head on. He said, "Everything the world say about me is a lie," calling out how quickly people believe whatever they see online. He made it clear the noise doesn't shake him. He even added, "I never changed y'all just easily to be manipulated on social media." That line hit strong, flipping the spotlight back on the audience and how fast narratives can spin out of control. At the end of it all, the situation wasn't just about headlines or viral moments anymore. It became a mix of perception, pressure, and real life all colliding at once, with everyone watching and forming opinions in real time. That right there, that was King pushing back hard, no filter, no hesitation. And not long after all the noise, T.I. was seen holding his grandson, even calling him the world's greatest gangster. That doesn't look like a man rejecting his family at all. That moment spoke loud all on its own. No headlines needed, no spin required. So what's the real truth here? There was never some big dramatic announcement from T.Y. about King Harris being gay. That whole narrative got built piece by piece, clips taken out of context, mixed with assumptions, and then blown up by the internet. What actually happened is way more layered than people want to admit. You've got a son living his life under constant public attention, a father choosing his words carefully, and an internet that turns every vague comment into something explosive. That's the real situation. This isn't some clean, simple story with one big reveal. It's messy, ongoing, and filled with family tension, public pressure, industry drama, and non-stop speculation that just won't slow down. The drama on Instagram, still active, still messy, still pulling people in every single day. T.I. is still showing love to his grandson. King is still standing strong for his mother, and the internet, it's doing what it always does, turning real family moments into non-stop content. At the center of all this, one thing stays real. King Harris's identity is his business. Nobody truly knows but him. And whether he chooses to share that with the world or keep it private, that decision is his to make. That so-called big announcement people keep chasing, that says more about what people want to believe than what was actually said. Because T.I. never clearly confirmed any of it. This whole situation isn't about one viral quote or one headline. It's deeper than that. It's a family dealing with pressure, opinions, and real-life moments while being watched 24/7. Every move gets judged, twisted, and turned into something bigger than it really is. And King? He's still figuring things out in real time no matter what anyone says. His father, the critics, or the culture around him. At the end of the day, he's going to define himself his own way, on his own terms, when he's ready. If you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. And drop a comment below saying truth if you really see what's going on here.